What if I told you that a civilization once dominated Europe before the rise of the Romans? A civilization that was rich in culture, art, and mythology. Welcome to the world of the Celts. As we delve into the annals of history, we stumble upon the Celts, a civilization that once held sway over vast stretches of Europe, from the British Isles to the Danube River. An enigmatic people, the Celts were more than just fierce warriors. They were skilled artisans, farmers, and seafarers who left an indelible mark on the landscape of Europe. Their culture was a vibrant tapestry of tradition and innovation, steeped in mythology and folklore. Through their myths, we glimpse their worldview, their perceptions of gods and heroes, life and death, nature and the cosmos. Yet, despite their dominance, much about the Celts remains shrouded in mystery. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Celts is their language. The Celtic languages, which include Irish, Welsh, and Breton among others, form one of the oldest branches of the Indo-European language family. Yet, the origins of the Celts and their language are far from clear. Some theories suggest they emerged from the Hallstatt culture of Central Europe around 1200 BC, while others propose a much earlier origin in the Bronze Age cultures of the Atlantic seaboard. This enigma is compounded by the fact that the Celts did not leave behind a written historical record. Much of what we know about them comes from the accounts of Roman historians and archaeology. This lack of written record has given rise to a multitude of theories, each more fascinating than the last. And it is this mystery that makes the Celts so captivating. Now that we've sparked your curiosity, let's embark on a journey back in time to understand the rise of the Celtic civilization. The roots of the Celtic civilization trace back to the Bronze Age, around 1200 BC. This was an era characterized by the development of metal tools and weapons, advancements that would lay the groundwork for the rise of many civilizations, including the Celts. The Celts emerged as a loose confederation of tribes, each with their own unique traditions and customs, yet bound together by a shared language and culture. The origins of the Celtic culture are shrouded in mystery, as they left no written records of their own. However, archaeological evidence and historical accounts from neighboring civilizations paint a picture of a vibrant and complex society. From their early origins in Central Europe, the Celts began to spread outwards, their influence reaching as far north as the British Isles and as far west as Spain. This expansion was driven by a combination of migration, trade, and conquest. The Celts were renowned for their skills in warfare, their fierce and fearless warriors striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. Meanwhile, Celtic society was also marked by a deep spiritual connection to the natural world. Their religion, a form of animism, saw the presence of divine spirits in all aspects of nature, from the mightiest oak tree to the smallest stream. This reverence for nature was reflected in their art and craftsmanship, which often featured intricate designs inspired by the natural world. By around 300 BC, the Celtic civilization had reached its peak. Their influence was felt across much of Europe, their language spoken by millions, and their art and craftsmanship admired far and wide. Yet this period of prosperity was not to last. The Celts soon found themselves in a period of strife and conflict, their civilization threatened by the rising powers of Rome and the Germanic tribes. The Celtic civilization was at its peak around 300 BC, but what followed was a period of strife and conflict. While the Celts were a formidable force, they were not invincible. The rise of the Roman Empire posed a significant threat. The Celts and the Romans, two of the most powerful civilizations of their time, were bound to clash, and clash they did, in a series of conflicts that spanned over centuries. The first significant confrontation was the Battle of Alea in 491 BC, where the Celts, under the leadership of Brennus, sacked Rome. This was a clear demonstration of the Celts' military prowess and their tenacity. However, the tide of war began to turn against the Celts with the rise of the Roman Empire. The Romans, under their brilliant general Julius Caesar, launched a series of campaigns known as the Gallic Wars that lasted from 58 to 50 BC. These wars were brutal and marked by significant Celtic losses. The Celts, despite their bravery and skill, were up against a well-organized, technologically advanced, and strategically superior force. The Battle of Alesia in 52 BC was a turning point. This was a catastrophic defeat for the Celts, resulting in the capture of their chieftain, Vercingetorix. The fall of this Celtic stronghold marked the beginning of the end of the Celtic civilization in mainland Europe. Yet the Romans did not manage to completely wipe out the Celts. The Celtic civilization continued to thrive in areas beyond the reach of Rome, particularly in the British Isles. The Romans did invade Britain in 43 AD, but the Celts in the north and west of the island, including the Picts and the Scots, remained free. The Celtic struggle against the Romans was not merely a military conflict. It was a clash of cultures, ideologies, and ways of life. The Celts fought valiantly to preserve their way of life, their traditions, and their freedom. Despite the fall, the Celtic spirit remained strong, especially in the British Isles. Their struggle against the Romans is a testament to their resilience, their courage, and their indomitable spirit. This spirit continues to echo through the ages, reminding us of the rich and vibrant civilization that once was. The Celtic civilization might have fallen, but their legacy lives on. We turn our gaze towards the British Isles, where the echoes of a civilization long past still reverberate. Here, the Celtic cultures haven't just survived, they've thrived, interwoven into the fabric of everyday life. The spirit of the Celts, it seems, is as persistent as the rugged landscapes they once roamed. In the windswept corners of Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, the Celtic language continues to be spoken. Whether it's the lilting tones of Gaelic, the rhythmic cadence of Welsh, or the distinct lilt of Breton, these languages are more than just words. They're the living, breathing remnants of a culture that refuses to be silenced. And then there's the art. Oh, the art. The intricate knotwork that once adorned the pages of monastic manuscripts, the spirals and interlacing patterns that grace the stones of ancient monuments. They found new life in the modern world. From tattoos and jewelry to graphic design and architecture, the Celtic aesthetic is alive and well, a testament to the timeless appeal of their artistic vision. But perhaps the most enduring aspect of the Celtic legacy is their mythology, the tales of heroes and gods, of magical creatures and epic quests. These have been passed down through generations, shaping the folklore and traditions of the British Isles. They've inspired countless works of literature, from the Arthurian legends to the fantastical worlds of J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. And it's not just the British Isles that have felt the Celtic touch. Their influence has spread far and wide, coloring the cultural tapestry of the world. From the Halloween traditions in America to the lively music in the pubs of Australia, the Celtic spirit continues to enchant and inspire. The Celts might be a civilization of the past, but their influence still echoes in our present. And as we journey forward, we carry with us the indomitable spirit of the Celts, a testament to their enduring legacy and the timeless allure of their rich and vibrant culture. The Celts remain one of the most enigmatic civilizations in history. Our understanding of them is like trying to complete a jigsaw puzzle with half the pieces missing. The main challenge lies in their tradition of oral history. Unlike many of their contemporaries, the Celts didn't leave behind extensive written records. They passed down their stories, laws, and wisdom through the spoken word, from one generation to the next. As a result, much of what we know about them comes from the writings of others, such as the Romans and Greeks. This reliance on oral tradition is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it provides a rich and vibrant tapestry of mythology, folklore, and poetry. On the other hand, it makes the task of piecing together a factual, chronological history of the Celts incredibly challenging. It's like trying to catch a glimpse of a landscape through a foggy window. You can make out shapes and colors, but the fine details are blurred and indistinct. Despite these challenges, scholars and researchers continue to delve into the Celtic enigma. Using a combination of archaeology, linguistics, and comparative mythology, they're slowly but surely filling in the gaps. Every unearthed artifact, every deciphered inscription brings us one step closer to understanding this fascinating civilization. Recent discoveries have shed light on their art, their social structure, and their spiritual beliefs. We've learned that the Celts were not just warriors, but also skilled craftsmen, poets, and traders. We've discovered that their society was surprisingly egalitarian, with women often holding positions of power and influence. And we've realized that their spirituality was deeply intertwined with the natural world, a belief that still resonates with many people today. The mystery of the Celts continues to fascinate us, a testament to their enduring influence and the richness of their culture. As we peel back the layers of time, we're left with more questions than answers. But perhaps that's part of the allure. The enigma of the Celts invites us to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning. It's a journey that, like the Celts themselves, is full of surprises and discoveries.